Hello, Farlanders. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. This is episode 838. The last of the year 2022. Coming out on Saturday, December 31st, 2022. Over on the YouTube and the podcast, but being streamed live here on Twitch the day before. All right, thank you, Wolfie. I guess I did want to pick up that cobblestone again. As we look east and continue west towards those far-off lands here in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Indeed. I don't know where we were at the beginning of the year, but if anybody was paying attention, the world save today, before we started walking, is 45,170 megabytes. So, I don't know if I've been saying that on a yearly basis. But perhaps your distance and time remaining estimates could use that for the basis of calculation. I don't know. Yeah, I was looking at it doesn't seem like there have been fewer episodes. I think this will be the 10th episode, if I'm not mistaken, of season 10. But we've already had 26, 29, 26 streams, Farlands or Bust streams, which is more than we've had the previous season, when we apparently we walked the most we've ever walked during season 9, but now it's season 10. But I don't know, all the estimations and distances are all going to be all completely out of whack. And we're not even done with the season. This is just the end of the year. Seasons don't end until like February, March. I'm sure I still have it. I still have it on my notes here. Do you want me to go through it? Because this episode was going to be a review of episode 2022. People are asking if there's a world size F3 number table chart. I wasn't planning necessarily on doing that. But I could, in order to stretch out the content. Hold on 2 seconds. I just have to scroll down. Alright, here we go. Season 1 was 30 episodes. And 34,989 blocks walked. Season 2 was 66 episodes, 257,213 blocks walked. And then that's when we pressed F3 at 292,202. Season 3 was 82 episodes and 407,290 blocks. 1,000 blocks, excuse me. Season 4 was 154 episodes. Season 4 was the longest season, I believe. Close. Well, no, actually, season 5 was the longest season. That was 780,000 blocks. 450. Season 5 was 156 episodes. That was 786,000 blocks. Only 6,000 more blocks than the season previous. Season 6 was 150 episodes. Very consistent there. Season 4, Season 5, Season 6. This was all before streaming. I mean, we did flobathons, but this was all before streaming. Season 6 was 150 episodes and 850,157 blocks. So a little bit more, even though it was slightly less episodes. I suppose we did a longer flobathon. Season 7 was only 114 episodes. And a little bit less blocks. 740,912 blocks. And then Season 8. Remember, Season 7 was 114 episodes and 740,000 blocks. Season 8 was only 61 episodes, nearly half the episodes. But we walked 999,000 blocks. So that must have been when we started streaming, I believe. We started streaming some Farlands or Bust. And getting in some crazy numbers there. And then the previous season, Season 9, I don't have how many episodes there were. But we walked 898,000 blocks. Actually, Season 8 was the longest, or the most distance covered, I suppose. And yeah, at last count, we're at 5,765,878. But we're almost hitting 1 million blocks. We're almost hitting 1 million blocks. I do not, unfortunately, have the world save numbers for these. Because I don't think I was really doing any updates. Especially, like, with the episodes. I was simply, as this episode is, starting and ending the episode within the game. The only way we'd be able to follow that is if we looked at the flobathons, I suppose. So yeah, there's your tablature, your spreadsheet for that, in case you were curious. But I also have another spreadsheet, and that's of all the various games we played on stream for the year 2022. And it's always a struggle to even remember what we played, but also remember if we liked what we played, or what was the best or favorite. So I'm just going to read down the list. I'm just going to read down the list, and we're just going to react to each one. The first game we played on the 1st of January was Car on a Stick. But Twitch played it. Twitch played Car on a Stick. That was kind of not as successful as I was hoping it would be. That did not work as well as I thought people would enjoy it. I mean, it was interesting and people enjoyed it, but yeah, I think it was far too late to A, have joined the Twitch Plays thing, but B, after using Car on a Stick as a stream outro for so many years, people just learned that Car on a Stick means the stream is over and they should leave, and they left. They just left. They did not stick around so much as to enjoy the Car on a Stick by Twitch. But then we played Desert Golfing, but I think we had already been playing Desert Golfing by that point. So it wasn't the first time we played Desert Golfing. I still want to continue Desert Golfing and do every single hole as the playlist indicates. I am planning on completing that game. I just need to find a good way to monetize it. And then the third game we played was Minecraft, Recording Flob, on the 4th of January of this year. But then, our favorite pinball waifu showed up with Pinball FX3. I enjoyed that. It's a good game, except in how they monetize it, I suppose, in that you have to buy every individual pinball board, game, table, whatever they're called. And a lot of them aren't that interesting, but a few of them are really interesting. But I don't know, I'm not really a huge... I like pinball, And I'll play a pinball in real life, but I'm not like an aficionado. I'm not gonna, I don't feel like I need to play one more than once or twice, like a table. So, I did end up playing it again after I got some of the, like, the DLC tables on sale, and we enjoyed it then as well, but that one does not have the lasting power. Well, let's last the night by sleeping through it, and continuing in the morning. And awakeness. And continuing on. Then we played Heavenly Bodies, which I believe we played the previous year with the girlfriend. That's the 0G floppy-armed quap sort of astronaut game. I enjoyed that game very much, right up until I didn't. That's one of those where suddenly the level design or the mechanics just became very frustrating and unwieldy, and they stopped being fun and started getting real. The real world San Francisco. And then Electrician Simulator, which I don't even remember. I can't even remember what it was compared to any of the other house maintenance simulators we played. I think that was one where we had to, like, string up some lights in a garage for, like, the final mission. Like, overhead lights, and you gotta, like, route the wires and, like, put in the switches correctly. That's a different one. You're thinking of the one that we painted the wall? I think that one's just Contractor Simulator, which we'll get to. Yeah, electricians generally don't paint. Mini Motorways. Another game that I really enjoyed up until we didn't. And that one was pretty quick. Those puzzle games ring out my brain pretty quick. But that's good. That was good. Then for the 8th game, we played Wreckfest, which we've played before and we enjoy. And then for the 9th game, we played Skate or Don't. That wasn't the first time we played Skate or Don't. That was definitely late last year when that came out. Skate or Don't. Was it? I don't remember. I think that came out 2021. Yeah, Skate or Don't is fun. I don't know how much the developer is working on it anymore. I believe he's kind of switched and he's working on Stunt Derby, which is a racing game. Mon Bazoo. Mon Bazoo. I don't care for the My Summer Car style games, but that one was okay. But it's still in early access, but I feel like we've experienced all that I ever want to experience of Mon Bazoo. We did play all the way through Alba, A Wildlife Adventure. Those are fun. Those are fun. Kind of maybe intended for a younger audience. But I liked Alba, A Wildlife Adventure. That's up there in, like, maybe the top 10 or ones I would recommend. And then there was Paparazzi. Remember Paparazzi? Wolfie members Paparazzi. That one had the same problems as your goat simulators. The open world collect 'em ups, unlock 'em ups. That beyond a point, it's like, okay, it's a new map, but it's the same thing over and over and over again, and everything is weird and amazing, and you can wear hats. But an interesting game concept. And then Teardown. Man, I wanted to like Teardown. And like sandbox mode Teardown is pretty good. But story quests, beat the timer mission-based teardown was a bad time. It ended up turning into a speedrunning game, which I don't like. Tumble Down Drive. I have no idea what that is. What is Tumble Down Drive? It's an itch.io thing. Can somebody remind me what Tumble Down Drive is? It apparently was not memorable. It was an itch.io thing. It might not have worked well. Like, we might have played it and been like, this doesn't work. But we played it. Oh, no, okay, that's the car platformer. Another interesting concept, but a little bit too much Super Meat Boy kind of difficulty, with a little bit of getting over it as well, like trying to platform your way up to the top of this thing and then you mess up and fall all the way back to the bottom. I remember that. But you're a car, so that was interesting. Right, somebody's asking why I use the sword to pick up the crafting table. It's because the sword is faster. Because the crafting table isn't made of wood in this version. I don't know what it's made of that makes the sword go faster, but yeah, it's just a Minecraft beta thing. Venenith! We've beat Venenith. Man, I wanted to hate that game, and there's stuff I did not like about it, but it was still like, we finished it. It was interesting landscapes and environments. Sometimes frustrating. But you're a little marble. I'm rolling around. Alright, I have gotten myself kind of wedged in this cliffside area here. I need to do a little bit of backtracking. How about the ramp? The ramp was that skateboarding game, but it was very tiny. It was a very tiny, kind of like soft, little tiny diorama type world, isometric, third-person sort of skateboarding game. Has the same problem all other skateboarding games have, in that, like, doing tricks is very difficult and impossible. Because it requires some sort of ambidextrous foresight that I simply do not have when playing video games. The coin game. The coin game was alright. The coin game was kind of a Mon Bazoo, My Summer Car type situation, but with arcades. That was not bad. That was not bad. Not great. Very much like, here's a bunch of Unity assets sort of piecemeal put together. And that one pinball table game or whatever, like, melts your GPU for whatever reason. We went down to like 2 frames a second. Don't expect superior optimization. That was an interesting concept. I appreciated Coin Game. Maybe just outside the top 10 for Coin Game. And then there was Fluids and Sounds, which we think turned out to be a scam. we don't know what Fluids and Sounds was, but the developer gave me a key and I played it, and then I'm like, somebody's charging money for this? For like a non-functioning Winamp visualizer is literally what it was. And then we found out that they were selling NFTs and all that bull honky, so we kind of we don't talk about it anymore. Speaking of... Wow, careful, Wolfie. Speaking of skateboarding games, Ollie Ollie World. Well-made game, very stylistic. but not for me on account of the skateboarding. It's also like an endless runner platforming game, which is even more checks in the negative mark for me. But I mean, it had some really good humor, and the art style was really cool. Is that why you're playing so many skating games? Because you skate IRL? No. They're just like they're a game that I can be like, yeah, I'll try this. And then we played, oh, Wolfie. And then we played A Painted Ocean, which is another itch.io situation. It's an itch.io sitch. I don't remember A Painted Ocean. Oh, A Painted Ocean was the tall ship simulator, like simulator. The one of Ask Me Hardy's tighten down the batten, the hatches, and the foresail 12 degrees to the wind. That one. That was A Painted Ocean. Yeah, that's unique. I'd be curious if that got further developed. And there are a few, like, less hardcore, it seems, sailing games, like sailboat games, indie sailing games that have showed up on Twitch, but not that hardcore. Let's sleep hardcore right now and continue in the morning. And A Painted Oceanness. I think, unless I'm confused, hold on, I just need a review. Yes, okay, that was A Painted Ocean. And then the next one we played was Painted. Which I don't remember what it is. Oh, Painted was that very dumb escape room video game, but you're in a art gallery. That's what Painted was. And like the final puzzle we couldn't figure out because we thought it was broken. But then somebody looked it up and it ended up being something completely out of left field that you would have never noticed. But then there was Stadium Renovator. Stadium Renovator. A game about a job that totally exists. That one was interesting. We tried to escape the world. We couldn't. And then World War II Rebuilder. That got funny. That one got funny. It's a long process if you're gonna watch that VOD, but that one eventually gets funny. But again, kind of weird and weirdly somber, like very unhappy sounding game with the music and the whole theme, I suppose. But what was really funny was Camping Builder. Camping Builder. With the tornado woman who shows up via tornado magically, but then has to walk back to her spot as we build these bungalows and we pick up trash on the beach. Oh, buddy. Camping Builder. Anyway. Cafe Owner Simulator. Remember the moose? Remember the moose in Cafe Owner Simulator? We tried to build the Twin Peaks David Lynch style cafe. And then Espresso Tycoon, which I thought was going to be similar to Cafe Owner Simulator, but it turned out to be like an isometric spreadsheets business management game. So we bailed on that one pretty quick. And then Food Truck Simulator. Whatever happened to Food Truck Simulator? I felt like everybody was like nuts about Food Truck Simulator. But then it turned out to just be, again, a rehashing of every other simulator food kitchen game, except you're in a food truck and you can drive there. Yeah, Yeah, these are all games they came out, these were all like demos for the games that I don't think actual games are ever going to come out. Much like Birding Simulator. Birding Simulator. We gave up on Birding Simulator and birding in real life in the year 2022. Abyss was very much another one like Teardown, with a little bit of besieged action. I don't know. I'm just impatient and old now, but I can't be bothered to play a game where I have to build like my ship and vehicle from scratch first. Which is why in that game I just like, all right, just give me the default vehicle, like the pre-built vehicle. Thank you very much. It's just, and that's maybe another reason why Kerbal Space Program has no interest for me anymore either. This is going to take longer than I thought. I thought we were just going to be able to read through this, but somebody was right. It's going to take the whole episode just to read the names. I should stop commenting on each one. Dangerous Drift. I don't remember, and that's fine. Just another bad driving game. But then Trail Out, which is totally not a complete copy and paste ripoff of Flat Out, despite the fact that there are entire levels and maps that look exactly the same. How it does have a lot better voice acting, in that the voice acting is horrible and amazing and awesome. Trail Out. Were there any Connor Sherlock games this year? No, there were none. He has a real job now. I don't think he's making any of his own walking simulator games anymore. I mean, he was for a while. He was doing the walking simulator a month, obviously, but that was a couple years ago. Lemuria? Lemuria. I don't remember Lemuria. Lemuria. I don't remember what Lemuria was. And that's fine. Vivid Surf, I only remember because I thought it was something else, but then it turned out to be a... what are those things called? Like a CSGO? Sliding? Slider? It just ended up... It was a game that took that and made it the whole game. And I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do this, and I don't really care. So we just, like, looked at it for 3 minutes and then uninstalled it. No. I mean, I could click on the Lemuria to try to remind myself. Lemuria. Where did it go? I lost it already. Jesus. Lemuria was that horrible, like, military game with, like, the bikini woman who was being, like, tortured that you had to save. It is just one of those extremely bad video games. Like, the person who made this video game and tried to charge money for it should just be banned from Steam. That one. So we don't... It's good that we didn't remember Lemuria, and I'm now sorry that I do. Whisker Squadron, which was by the maker of Race the Sun, which is kind of Skyfox-ish, but it had a lot of, I suppose, permadeath roguelike elements that I don't care for. But I could see that being good for some people. Just not me. Neo Dash. Don't remember Neo Dash. Oh, I thought Neo Dash. Okay, I don't remember Neo Dash. I think it's like another one of these. It was another one of those. The runner games, the kind of forever runner games, but with some parkour elements and stuff, and it was just poorly made. And then we played Kick Bastards, which we thought was the other game that was actually good, but it wasn't. Neo Dash. Neo Dash is a futuristic racing game. I remember it now. Okay. Maybe Kick Bastards was, yeah, that's the one where, like, we got just insta-killed by one of the bosses over and over and over again, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We liked neither of them, I suppose. But Grand Mountain Adventure Wonderland. I'm kind of bummed that the soundtrack got content ID'd on YouTube, and I had to take it down. Like, I didn't have to, but I'm a real stickler about that stuff, so I did. Because I actually enjoyed that. It's on sale for the Steam sale right now. I'm probably gonna buy it. The downhill skiing sort of game, where, yeah, there is, like, different quests, like, do a trick here, do this here, and, like, collectibles. But I thought it's well made. It's very well made. I feel the gameplay, while not easy, is pick-upable. And I feel like I'm going to buy that one. Hopefully not much has changed since that demo. Best forklift operator. That one was good, I think, because I was good at it. But it's just a forklift game. Super Toy Cars Off-Road, which we played before years ago. I think multiplayer with, like, CoStar and friends, and forgot, and then got given another key and was like, thanks. And I'm like, oops, I already have it. I guess I played this years ago. Alright, hold on. This is gonna be an extended episode, by the way. But not too extended. I know how the episodes, some people like the episodes because they're not as long as the streams. Guess I'm making the hidey hole here. We gotta blast through this list. Maybe I should only stop on, like, games I actually remember and like. Alright, let's go to sleep and then blast through this list in the morning. Lists! Boats! Seeds! Oh, I'm gonna pick that up again. Or not. Where did I leave off? Forklift, super toy cars, off-road, race condition. I don't remember if we liked race condition or not. That one was kind of like the top-down isometric view, but it wasn't as good as that other one that's a top-down isometric view. It was very confusing, I think. Oh, and then we played probably, maybe, definitely top 5. We played Far Changing Tides, the sequel to Far Lone Sails. But this one was a boat submarine contraption. That I enjoyed, and we played through, and it tied in with the first game. Very good game. Top 3, maybe, of, like, games we played for the first time this year. Far Changing Tides. I think it's on Game Pass, too. I think that's how I played it. And then we played Submerged Hidden Depths. Also good, but not very good. That's the sequel to Submerged. I feel like Submerged was better. Submerged Hidden Depths felt more restrained and restrictive. I feel like Submerged had a little bit more open world elements. Whereas Submerged Hidden Depths, all the platforming and puzzles were all on rails. And like it's like you can't jump unless you're at an area where you are supposed to jump. Like, it was a little bit restrictive in that way. But still like an interesting world exploration scenario. Hyperbolica. I don't remember. It sounds like a game, but I don't remember anything about it. And so we're moving on. Animal Shelter Simulator. That was a game. That was a game. We picked up some dog poop. We threw a ball. And we received deliveries from a drone. What more could you ask for? There were also cats. Hyperbolica was very interesting. It sounds like it was something like, oh, this was neat. But I don't remember a dang lick about it. A lick of beans about it. So look it up. Cloud Gardens. Oh, Cloud Gardens was that diorama game. There was a few of those this year. We had quite a few of these diorama games. When did I lose half a heart, by the way? When did that happen? Did that happen recently? Hello? It was before the episode started. Well, I should start the new year on full health and maybe full armor too. It's time to replace my shirt and pants. Yeah, Cloud Gardens was very aesthetic, but not much content. Caving episode. I have 46 iron on me. I think we're good. Adventure for a bit. I crashed my boat. All these titles sound familiar, but I don't remember anything about them. I only have 5 diamonds. I could have a diamond hat when this gold one goes. Sunlight. Another itch.io. And I don't remember it. Was that the one where you're a dog? Are you a dog in this one or something? And yeah, you had to like go to different towers and stuff. I don't remember. Sunlight. Well, dang it. This is going to take many hours. I'm only on 45. No, this one you're a deer. I think that's the one where you're a deer. That's the one where you're a deer. Adventure for a bit, I think was just a walking simulator. Almost like Proteus. I was warned that this would take too long. Self-checkout unlimited. I don't remember playing. I do not remember playing that game at all. Future unfolding. I also don't remember playing. You'll have to check the VODs. I make VODs of all of these, and they're on the spreadsheet. And VODs are available to subscribers. So please subscribe. Oh, the mall. Okay, that was the creepy mall game. Got it. Kind of, like, tried to scare you at first, and then it's like, actually, this is not a jump scare game. But yeah, that one tried very hard to know some philosophy things, and it really didn't. We played GeoGuessr. It took us till April 13th to play GeoGuessr, and apparently we can never play it again, since it constantly makes my entire internet crash for some reason. Although we haven't tried recently, I don't know. I should try... Well, I can't, but I was going to say I should try this month, because I'm already surpassed my Comcast data cap. So it's already blown. Instruments of Destruction. Instruments of Destruction. Doesn't matter, because number 52 was Dorf Romantic. Dorf. That one showed up on my Steam list. My Steam top get played this year. But again, we've been let down the last few months by the Dorf monthly games that were kind of off the Dorf. We're post-Dorf. This is a post-Dorf environment we're in right now. And then we played Slipstream for number 53. And then number 54, we played Slipstream. And then number 55, we played Sunset's Slipstream. And then number 56, we played Slipstream 2064. I assure you, all discreetly different games. All completely forgettable. 57 was Capybara Capriole Gabagool. This, I think we went on a itch.io tear here, which is why these are all very obscure and bizarre. And then we played Deliver at All Costs. That one was alright. That one was alright. Another, like, top-down, deliver, kind of crazy taxi sort of situation, but it was, like, set in, like, the olden times, and it had all the oldie 50 commercials playing on the radio. It was a little bit kind of like Fallout aesthetic. But it was very short, very small game. Look at these mountains coming up, by the way. The Unwanted Helper was the... Basically, I Am Bread, but as a spider. Oh, that's pretty neat. Look at this peak. Rough Night at the Gallery was dumb and stupid. It was basically Five Nights at Freddy's, but dog art. It was dog art dogs, and then art dog ghosts. That was dumb. We played Tracks the Train Set game because I thought they added a map, but they didn't. Which was sad. Not the first time we played it. Probably the least of the best model train video games. Yeah, we are not going to have time. I'm going to end the episode here, and we're only up to number 61. That's like, we've only gotten through half of the games we played. So maybe we should continue this in the new year. Why not? It'll be a reason to make another episode. For you strange and unusual people who still enjoy episodes. And then number 62, we got our brand new bottom tier graphics card. The RTX like 1020 or 30 or 230, 2030. The lowest of the current generation, or the last current generation at the time. It was the style at the time. And we wanted to see how Hellblade played, but nobody else did, and I think we had like 30 viewers for that, which made me very sad. We played Hellblade. And then we played Dirt 5. And then we decided we hated Dirt 5. We played a little. We went back to basketball, Cryptic Seas basketball for a brief moment there, hiatus. Try to win back the people who left when I was playing Hellblade for the 15th time. And then finally, number 65 on the year. We're only up to April, but number 65 on the year. We played Unpacking. Also, probably in the top 5. Maybe the top 3. Unpacking. Really enjoyed that. And I'm looking forward to playing A Little to the Left. Is another one of those games I'm going to buy on the Steam winter sale. Which seems like Unpacking, but for organizing things. But we really liked Unpacking. The art, just the game, and like the blended in storyline with the game. That was that might be top 3. That might be top 3 for me that I played for the first time in 2022. I'm afraid Trail Out, as impressive as it is, isn't really going to make the top 10. Oh no. All right, so I guess we got to continue this. You have a guaranteed episode that hopefully will come out soon and not like in February. Because that would be quite a long time to have to wait for the rest of this list. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. At least we didn't run out of things to talk about for once, am I right? Let's build some beds, plonk them down. I got a lot of sand and gravel in my pants here. Oh, that's right. I wanted to, maybe I should make a new situation here. Let's first of all eat. We got to start the new year on a full stomach. Gluten-free. Bob's Red Mills. And then let's make a new pair of pants. Well, maybe we should do that. Well, no, I have the workbench down. Yeah, let's do it. The lobby needs a new pair of pants. And shirt. And we're going to sleep in them. Get them nice and warmed up. Oh, look at that. We're only now 2 haunches down. 2 shirts. As opposed to like 6. That feels good. A nice, fresh pair of iron pants. That looks weird. Thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of Farlands or Bust. The last for 2022. Not the last episode. Although it's getting to that point, maybe. I don't know. We're doing a lot more streaming. Please like, favorite, subscribe. Do people still do that? Check out kurtjmac.com. A self-hosted Linktree website, because I don't trust putting my faith in third-party applications for such things. It's got all my sites, all my socials, all the stores, all the tips and thrones and wish lists that you can find, and referral codes if you want to help support, and even a Patreon. There's a Patreon there, don't you believe it? And I hope you had a survivable 2022. Let's temper our expectations, I suppose, and have a safe and happy new year. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Tighten down the batten, the hatches, and the foresail 12 degrees to the wind.